What is up, everybody? Spaz here. Welcome to my channel. A lot of you have asked me to do a quick tutorial on how to speed run some of these missions solo stealth. So I decided to do framing frame. My general strategy for this mission is to shoot the front door, shoot the front guard. Now when you do this, before you answer the pager, make sure you see where the camera is. If the camera isn't pointed at him in the first two corners, it's going to be on either of the long hallways, and you have to shoot those cameras before you go to answer those pagers, because the cameras will spot you as you are attempting to answer the pager. Then from there, pick a side that you're going to run around and take down two more guards as fast as you can, making sure you don't do it in front of a camera. Like in this instance, I noticed that the camera was on the top left, so I waited for him to get behind that other wall, took him down. Now I just have to answer the pager and then find the next guard. The next guard's going to be in this room over here. So I'm going to look to the left, see that there isn't a camera watching where he was, shoot him, answer the pager. Now the remaining two guards that you're going to take out, you're going to do so using jammers. And what I mean by that, you are going to throw down a jammer immediately. I didn't even have to dispose of this guy's body. I don't know why I did. Throw down the jammer. Now you're going to run. Don't have to worry about cameras because you do have a jammer down. You're going to find these last two guards. You're going to shoot one of them and then intimidate the last guard. And while you're doing this, you can be shooting the cameras if you want to. But I noticed that the guards weren't down on the other side, so I decided I needed to throw down another jammer because this one might expire by the time I identify these last two and shoot them. So I shoot this guy, shoot that camera, and intimidate this last guy in front of the bathroom door. Now when you do this to the last two guards, make sure that you take down any cameras that can spot them, because what I've done is I've gotten lazy, shot the last guy, intimidated the last guy rather, and then forgot to take down the cameras, and as soon as the pager expires, automatically detected. So what I'm doing here, I'm going to run back and answer the pager because my jammer is expired. It's a nice little perk to have the extended jammers also with the ability to delay pagers. It allows you to do two things at once, which I did there. I took down the fourth guard and then intimidated the last one. Now I fast forwarded through the rest of this mission. A lot of you requested that I do this so that the videos aren't that much longer and you guys aren't wasting your time when watching these videos and all I'm doing is moving loot. So I've fast forwarded the remaining part of day one. I fast forwarded through day two. There's nothing that I haven't touched on in that day that you guys don't know about. And then I fast forward the last part of day three after I locked down the scene. So if I could summarize my overall strategy when speedrunning any of these missions, I would say that my main focus is to take down 3 guards on this mission in particular. Take down 3 guards on both days 1 and 2, and then leave the last 2 guards and use your jammers to your advantage. Throw them down, shoot one, intimidate the last one, go back and answer the pager on the first guy that you shot down with the jammers. So that is the general strategy. Now, one thing that I would suggest if you intend to work on your speedrunning skills or practice speedrunning in this game, it's going to take you a while to get familiar with where the cameras generally are, where they're kind of pointed, and it helps you kind of take more calculated risks. For example, it took me 5 or 6 rounds to kind of get acclimated to speedrunning. And you just have to understand that sometimes when you're speedrunning, it's not going to go well because you're going to take a risk. And even though it was a calculated risk on where you were going to shoot a guard, it just so happened that there was another guard there, or it just so happened that there was a camera there. That's going to happen when you speedrun. But if you do it enough, you're going to familiarize yourself with the maps, where the cameras are located, and with that, I feel as though I'm able to make more calculated risks on when I want to take somebody down. And then also one thing to point out before we watch day 3, in order to do this as fast and as easily, is that correct English, as I'm making it appear right here, you need to have 3 skills definitely. I would suggest that you have the extended jammers that also have the ability to block pagers. You absolutely need to have smooth talker so that you can answer 4 pagers. And then you also need to have dominator so you can intimidate the 5th guard. So those are the skills that you absolutely need. Now, if you're going to plan on speed running something like jewelry store and get all the loot, or something like bank heist, you may want to go ahead and spec into the mastermind tree and get control freak as well. That really does help with crowd control. But seeing as this mission doesn't have crowd control, you don't necessarily need control freak. But just fast forwarding through the last day here, and I went ahead and I recorded 2 instances of day 3 as far as taking out the guards and locking it down, just because I wanted to show you guys a couple times, you know, because guards aren't always in the same spot, cameras aren't always in the same spot, and just want to show it to you guys twice. But using the method of using the jammers for the last 2 guards, you should be able to do day 1 and day 3. You should be able to do it in under 3 minutes as far as the stealthing part is concerned. The rest of the time is just going to be moving loot, which is a pain in the butt and really boring. That's why I fast forwarded for you guys. So here we go on day 3. I usually check out these cameras for 2 things. The first, I'm just going to quickly do it and see if I spot any cameras anywhere, and then also it helps paint where these guards are. They're outlined in red now. So I usually run down and go to the farthest door and shoot the lock just because it's faster than picking it. Obviously with a silence weapon, shoot the lock, and in this instance I lucked out because there was a guard that came upstairs right off the bat, so I took him down, answered his pager. I bagged his body. You don't have to bag the first 2 bodies. You're generally going to be doing this fast enough to where you're not going to have to worry about them getting spotted or being found, but I did anyways. I'm going to bag this guy, going to throw his body bag off to the side. I'm going to jump down over this rail here, and there's usually a camera. More often than not, there's a camera. I just crawled underneath it if you didn't catch it, and I spotted it with the cameras upstairs. So jumped down, crawled underneath that camera, shot this guy, and we lucked out again as far as where the guards are because this last guard's coming in here as I'm finishing up this pager. Shoot him. Answer his pager. Now we have 3 guards down, 2 left, which means we're going to automatically deploy our jammer so that the cameras are no longer functional or they're temporarily disabled. Also, it is going to delay the pager and it'll buy us some time to take out the last 2 guards. So run through here, shoot any cameras if you see them, try to find the last 2 guards. Shoot the first one, and if you can't spot the other guard fast enough, throw down the second jammer, and here he is. And now what we have to do is intimidate him. If he shoots you, it's fine. If the last guard shoots you, it's fine. It's not going to alert anybody because you have everything else locked down. Intimidate the last guard. Wait for the pagers to expire. While you're waiting, you can definitely take out any cameras that might be able to detect that you've taken somebody down or intimidated a guard. Maybe find some items that you need to locate for this mission. Wait for the pager to expire, or the jammer to expire, answer the pager. So here I was able to do this in about 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Kind of the same thing as I was able to do with day 1. You can see that's, I mean, there's probably faster ways to speedrun this solo, but this is the way I'm comfortable doing it. And you can definitely speedrun this mission so much faster if you have a lobby of 4 ghosts. You can actually do the whole mission, I'd say probably in under 15 minutes from day 1 through day 3. And I might decide to put together a team to showcase how to do that. I will let you guys know. So anyways, same thing. I wanted to show you a second instance using this technique. Spotted a few guards using the cameras. Also saw that the camera was in the same spot as it was last time. I'm going to jump down over the edge, but crawl through and underneath this camera, take down this guard. So that's 1 guard. Answer his pager and take down the next guard. The next guard, I took a risk. I took a risk taking down this second guard here. I knew that there wasn't going to be a camera in this room right here because I'm not getting spotted, so I decided to shoot this guy here, even though I know there are generally cameras in this room, but more often than not, the camera is pointed towards the base of the stairs or towards the middle of this room. See, it's this whole thing of getting familiar with the maps. But that's not to say that the camera could have been pointed where I shot this guy. Either way, I took a calculated risk and it worked out. It may not work out all the time. That's the thing that happens when you speedrun. So now we have 2 guards down. I want to isolate the 3rd guard, take him down, and then from there it's really easy because we have our nifty jammers. So here's guard 3. He's done. Game louses. Spaz 1, guard 0. Actually, Spaz 3, guard 0. And answer the pager. Don't have to worry about bagging this guy because we're going to throw down a jammer. And we're going to go find these last 2 guys, shoot the first, and intimidate the second. Pretty easy. Once you get this down, it makes stealthing these missions a lot easier just because of how fast you can do it. So intimidate this guy. Now I'm going to wait for the pager or the jammer to expire and then answer the pager. And that's it. So the rest of this mission I did fast forward just like in day 1 and 2. So if you want to watch the rest of this video to see the payout for this mission, go ahead and do so. The vault was actually in the furthest part of the map away from the computer, so it was really hard to do this solo. Getting the gold out, it just took a long time and it was a pain in the butt. But we got it done. So just to reiterate on how I speedrun some of these missions solo and stealth. What I tried to do, I want to take down 3 guards right off the bat as fast as I can while taking calculated risks. Then the last 2 guards I'm going to use my extended jammers that also have the ability to block pagers. I'm going to shoot one of the guards and intimidate the last one. Make sure that when I do this on the last 2 guards that I take down any cameras that could possibly spot where I took down the last 2 guards. Then from there, you wait for the jammer to expire, answer the pager, the last guy's intimidated, you've got the whole mission locked down. You can actually do, like I said, you should be able to do these missions in under 3 minutes as far as the stealthing goes once you've got it all figured out and you've practiced it enough. So if you guys have any questions, let me know. I will be doing some other speedrunning of different missions, stealth, so stay tuned for that. Other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, put them in the comment section. I'd be more than happy to answer your guys' questions. But that's it for this video. Sorry for rambling. Yeah, that's it for this video, guys. We will catch you guys in another one. Please remember to comment, rate, and subscribe. Talk to you later. Kauka.
FBI's most wanted? Check. Bullet wounds? Check.
Drugs planted, senator framed. Bad guys 1, politicians 0. Well done. Very smooth operation in there. The elephant will love this outcome.